And yeah, great.
This next month will be awesome.
Oh, it's not really on you, man. It is what it is. We got to start with that link ready to go up. And then be quiet because it'll be audio live.
Okay, you just sent that to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I'll go where? I'll sit somewhere here? Yeah. We got a
This
chair
seat.
in the middle.
I'll move over. You get the mic, I shout.
Okay, cool.
We don't have, Josh, we don't have this chat room up here. Oh, because I need a link.
I'm posting it right now. You should be able to see it on there once I do it. That's not the one. Okay, right here. Boom.
Link for Patreon.
Did you send it to me?
You see link for Patreon? Not link 6.
Link for Patreon, yes.
Where's that email go?
You're in my email, so I just opened it and pasted it wherever it needs to be.
Well, how do I do
Right
that?
here. Because it's in old mail now, maybe? No, just scroll down. What do you need it for?
Will you let me know when it's posted on Patreon?
Yes. Is live stream one word?
Do 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 do. This is the waiting music, yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Jason's got the feedback and it's really starting off well. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, I can see it here. So far, it's working. Do-do-do-do-do. There's no video because there's a bag on the camera. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
There's a big old bag on the camera.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
That's why you can't see nothing.
A boop-a-doop-a-doo.
We are totally live.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop.
I'm filled with stuff. Yeah.
We've got a bag on the camera. It's black on purpose. You know what? We need a starting screen. Or at least need something that's a color. Hold on.
It feels like we just got taken hostage and we're about to be unveiled about where we are. And
Green?
yeah. Do-do. Wanna do-do. Hey. Hey. 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome to our
Hello.
live stream. We're here. We did it.
We did.
We did it.
That was the most stressful hour of my entire life. I came in today so confident. I was like, live stream, how much harder than making a video can that possibly be? A lot, a ton harder. I have no idea.
It is the first learning curve. It's a steep learning curve. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Where are you going?
Close the door.
Okay.
Oh, look, there's us.
Oh yeah, here we are. Behind us. Well, that's us behind us. What's everyone? What's going on? What day is today? Tuesday?
It is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, and this is our very first live stream for you all patrons. And I'm very happy to be here and very thankful that we're doing this. And it's kind of exciting. I feel like I'm on a radio show.
Yeah, well, you're not. You're on a live stream with poor audio quality. Actually, I think the audio quality on these two mics is going to be good.
Yeah.
But we had planned, we have all these cables and wires. This was an extra microphone. None of these do anything. Look, I'm talking into this.
Yeah.
Can you even hear this? I don't think this even works.
No. Don't do that.
Right.
Jeez. So what's up? What's up, Night Fury? What's up, Simon? What's up, Brian? What's up, Jughead?
Oh, there's a Jughead in here.
There's a Jughead. Is that an Archie reference? Jughead?
I like that Freshie Canal. See, there's not too many people in here, so this is nice. We can actually read things. But Freshie Canal comes right out with a bit of trivia that this is the mic that Ivan Terrible was recorded with. And this is true. This is the mic we use for almost all of our demos. This is an SM7, and all right, we feel good. Look, we're there. Positive. Hyper Jacob says the mic quality is good enough. No, we know it works. We know it works.
Well, we get we want things to be good. This is our first, we want to come out the gate good. So we threw out some questions for you guys, or we threw out some topics where we wanted to talk about today a little bit to have some structure so we wouldn't just talk about nothing. So we wanted to talk about a little bit about what the difference between how making ERB is now and how it was then, back when we first started. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. We can get to that in a second, but that's what we're going to talk about. So if you guys have questions, you can leave them in there. I got a bunch that we're going to answer, so we won't be able to get to everybody's question, but it's nice to say hello first.
Yeah, it feels good. I got it. Oh, okay. So Super Durr comes out with a question of how does it feel to be independent, which doesn't have anything to do with what, but it does. I don't know. It's different.
Being independent?
Yeah.
It feels way different. It feels like we have no one to answer to except for ourselves.
Yeah,
you guys now.
Yeah. Which is actually sometimes worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I got these questions that you guys wrote down. So let me read some.
Okay. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna stare into your souls.
Yeah.
You're really there. That's what's exciting about this. Usually we make stuff and we know we're gonna be able to edit it later and kind of turn it into something different and then show it to you. And this is when I say something, it's right. You're right there.
Yeah, I can feel it.
I can feel it a little bit.
I do a podcast on Wednesdays, and sometimes we have to record it in advance because one of us won't be there. And when we do it in advance and it's not live,
it feels weird.
It feels so wooden. It
okay.
Feels so
I feel wooden. I gotta talk. Do I talk to you or do I talk to them or talk to you?
You can always talk to me. Buddy.
Okay. All right. Read me some questions. Hit me. Yo, what's up?
So Rosendoth3 wants to know what's changed editing wise. Also, my topic of choice is what difference besides budget has changed since leaving?
In the very beginning, editing was pretty simple. We used Final Cut 7, which was an old program, and we had one dude. His name was Dave. And he would edit most of it, and I would come in and be like, "You should make his shoes different," and they'd be like, "Yeah, good idea." And that was about it. That was my contributions. And Lloyd would get the video and be like, "Oh my god, who did this?"
What the hell?
Dave was really talented. So and now there's 5 of us, sometimes yourself included, working on editing at a time.
Yeah, much more After Effects, much more.
Everything goes through After Effects. Every shot, except for some of the Wolverine shots at the end. Some of those didn't even go into After Effects, but for the most part, everything goes into After Effects. I gotta say hi to some people real quick.
Yeah, sure.
I want to say hi to Mr. E Owl, who says, "Hey guys."
Hey.
Dakota, who said that it was nice when we stared into your souls. Zero Smith, who says they're the same with names. Tyler, who says heyo, currently unavailable, who also says heyo. Mike Vanderbrock, who says, "What up, dudes?" Unknown Time Lord, hey.
What's up?
Money Daddy says, "Howdy, boys." All these, we know you're there. You're coming in. We're gonna try and answer some questions and welcome again. And look, I'm nervous.
I know, it's great. I wore this sweatshirt. Now I'm immediately regretting.
Yeah, I'm sweaty.
Immediately
I'm a sweaty
regretting
person right now. Well, we got candles.
I know.
Just guys, we're
out.
just here to
We're
chill.
vibing out.
We're just here to chill.
Did we say thank you already? Yeah, we did. Okay, so thank you, Art. All right, we already said that.
So on the subject of editing and
Yeah.
thank you, we were able to get some new computers because of Patreon.
Yeah, man.
And they're computers that were able to handle the 4K footage in After Effects that we would not have been able to do otherwise. So it's really working. Like, we were able to get things to make Wolverine versus Freddy Krueger the way it was because of you. And I'm going to get a little emotional about it because we would still be here rendering today if it wasn't for you. So thank you very much. We've taken the Epic Rap Battles production. We had 2013 Mac trash cans, and now we have two new
Those were 2013.
2013 computers. We were
I
doing.
remember when we bought them though at Maker. It was not 2013.
It was 20. Well, no, but that's when they
the
were
problem.
that's when they were updated. That's the problem.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the new iMacs. We got some new iMacs up in this, and that's they're named after you.
Man. Yeah. All right. So here's another question. Luigi Salad. First of all.
Yeah, that's cool.
Amazing. Did you think when you started you'd still be doing it almost 10 years later?
Is it been 10 years?
Yeah, man. 2010 is when we first uploaded the first battle. 2010.
Gosh, I don't know.
9 years, I guess.
When I first started, it was just another video. It was just like, hey, let's make this video. It's going to be a rap battle between John Lennon and Bill O'Reilly. What did you think you were going to? No.
I didn't think I would be doing that video, those type of videos. I knew I would be doing entertainment stuff. That's kind of, I had already sort of bought into that. But I definitely didn't think like, this is it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people do that. They're like, I'm going to make a viral video and this is going to be it.
I'll tell you what, though. I knew by Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
By Chuck Norris, I knew. I was like, oh, this is it. This is, well, I had tried a lot of other things and failed.
Yeah.
And this was like, this is going well.
Man.
Like, Darth Vader versus Adolf Hitler went better than number one. Chuck Norris versus Abraham Lincoln, like, did well enough to be as good as Darth Vader versus Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't better.
Chuck Norris was a big one for me. Chuck Norris, and I just said this in the BTS. By the way, our editor, Dan, is like right there editing the BTS right now, which I think is hilarious.
You suck at your workflow. He does.
But the Chuck Norris battle for me is what made me understand that this was an internet show, not like a TV show or something, because it was like the Chuck Norris facts. I didn't even know what that was. And you're like, no, you got to use Chuck Norris facts.
Yeah, it was the thing.
And I was like, what is a Chuck Norris fact? And you were like, bro. And then from that point on, I was like, that made me know kind of what this was more.
Can someone teach me how to hold comments again? How do you do it?
I think you press.
Do you press something
Alt.
to hold the comments? Alt?
Alt.
Is that doing it? Because there were some really interesting questions.
Yeah.
Dean says, greetings from Germany. I love your channel and try to spread it here. Yo, the beat producer of our next beat, of our next battle, is from Germany.
Hell yeah.
Big ups to
All around it.
Deutschland. No,
Deutschland?
different guy.
Oh, different guy.
New guy from Germany.
New Germans.
He's from Frankfurt. Frankfurt.
Dude, my favorite stop on the ERB tour was Cologne. That time we ate in Cologne. That was the best.
Cologne, Germany.
Cologne is the best.
The Kolsch. Hold on. There was one other question. What kind of Macs do we use in video and music production? We're using 2 iMac Pros that Patreon made possible in there for video production. And this is an old trash can Mac running Pro Tools right now.
Right. And Pro Tools takes a lot less like brain power because it doesn't have to render. That render shit is so, I don't do too much of that After Effects stuff, but when I come in, a lot of times the guys are just kind of waiting for something to get done. But it doesn't, that changed pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was big.
Yeah.
The new computers are big. Thanks, Patreon.
Yeah.
Can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
Right, currently unavailable says Hulk Hogan and Kim Jong was the one that hit me, and my friends first. We've been hooked ever since. You saw the edit
You must have
already.
seen the new one.
Yeah,
The new one,
you saw. I was gonna say it's coming out on the main channel soon with a re-edit, but you already saw it. Okay.
Yeah, you guys saw that way in advance. Love from Boston. Hell yeah, Boston Beantown.
There's pretty good questions coming up on here.
Yeah, great. Green's from Wyoming. My wife's from Wyoming. Where in Wyoming are you from? Alpha? What part of Wyoming?
Money Daddy wants to know how we manage 5 editors. How do you split jobs? We just do different things. Like Lloyd will be looking. There'll be a line read that looks weird. Like Lloyd will come in and say, "Hey, that part I look weird," and we'll say, all right, fine, man, you find a better take, and he will, and that so he'll pour through something and find a better performance while Javi is making some claws grow.
Yeah.
And Josh ingests all the footage, and I'll maybe tweak the middle, and Dan does most of the work.
That's another thing that's a lot different than now versus back in the day is all that management and all that workflow process. We're responsible for that. Like we're not being told what to save files as or where to put them or whatever. We had to come up with all the, the all this stuff is big. These files are big and you have to save them. And so this big Promax system and install that. And it's like a million different little things that you wouldn't think of when you walk into work and because it's already handled. And then all that sort of falls on us to do, which is exciting and cool and challenging, but it's definitely like, oh God,
It's different. Yeah.
there's no tech guy to call or whatever.
Yeah. It's Josh.
Yeah.
Josh is our tech
Yeah.
guy and our editor, dude.
Jason says, do you regret Lady Gaga versus Palin?
No, I don't regret Lady Gaga versus Palin.
No.
That was fun, man.
No, it's
Oh boy, look what we have here. That's a good one.
Okay, I got another question for you.
All right. Rainbow Spec, sorry, wants to know, did we use red cameras before we went on hiatus?
We did use red cameras.
We've used them.
Yeah, they were a little bit more trouble than they were worth.
They're so big.
Yeah, every file was like 5 gigs.
It's too big.
So it was too much.
Too big.
I bet you they're smaller now, but we use an Alexis right now. Alexa? No.
Alexa Mini.
Alexa Mini.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I wish we could just talk to Alexa, the camera. Alexa, roll.
Thormod wants to know if we regret any of the battles.
I don't regret any of the battles. No.
I've learned stuff from some of them.
I would go back and do things differently on some battles, but I don't regret anything. Like that's really tough to like. If you were to say I regretted a battle, you'd be like, man, I really hate this job making comedy rap videos.
Yeah.
I don't regret that at all. No.
I just hate shaving my beard, and I regret doing it. I liked my beard, and I regret I have to do it again this weekend.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chatter in this little live chat on YouTube
How do I
about Billy the Kid being in a rap
solid.
battle.
Yeah, that's a solid choice. Billy the Kid's pretty solid.
Pretty
choice.
cool.
Yeah.
We haven't done Billy the Kid. We haven't
done a closest thing would be Clint Eastwood, I think.
Yeah.
He's an actor. He's not an actual
it's
cowboy.
that scene. It's that motif. But I think
Yeah.
Billy the Kid would be less like. It would look like less like a 70s music. What do you think? Billy the Kid? Not versus Billy Madison. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, Billy the Kid versus some other Ned Kelly.
Another famous criminal. Oh, we did. We talked about Billy the Kid versus Al Capone. We didn't do it.
Oh yeah.
We did talk about it.
Well, we did Al Capone. Blackbeard was Al Capone, right?
Billy the Kid versus Jesse James says super things on cups. That's too much of the same saying. It's like peanut butter and peanut butter sandwich.
It's so funny today. We have a storage unit and I was organizing it today and I went through the guns drawer. We had like 19 guns and one of them was definitely a Billy the Kid type of a gun.
I saw another comment that I feel like we need to discuss a little bit.
Okay.
The Thanos versus Kratos discussion.
I mean, if you guys don't want spoilers,
it's not a spoiler. It's up in the air.
Thanos versus Kratos.
No, see, that's what we're trying to figure it out. There's a lot of we don't know. It's not definitely yes. That's the thing. See, Thanos versus Oppenheimer is dope.
Oppenheimer is dope.
That's really cool. It's got more historical meat to it.
It's tough, when we make these videos, we have to decide between, I call it curb appeal, or like, it's like clickbait. Like Thanos versus Kratos is going to get a lot of views just because of the character.
Now, and I don't even know Kratos that much, but he's also a fun character. And seeing both of us in muscle suits would be hilarious.
Yeah, and I don't have any problem with doing it just because they're popular characters. I just don't ever want to lose the history stuff.
Mabel says Oppenheimer is the bomb, and that is a really
That's
good.
Already
it's a good joke. It's a good joke.
Ayo.
So we're look.
Lloyd doesn't need the suit.
Yeah. Oh!
yeah.
Well, I do because I'm shaped like a potato.
Is that AC on? I think
it's really hot.
On.
No, it's air conditioning. Thanos versus Oppenheimer makes a fantasy versus historical people, which is good.
Yeah.
That's fine. Take it all off. I don't have a dad bod even. I look like a grandpa. I have a grandpa bod, and I've got grandma boobs. That's what's happening with my body.
Bod.
No, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about myself. But this Thanos thing,
Lloyd is a thumb.
We don't know what to do, and you'll see in a Discord or on a live stream, or even when we're just talking, we'll be like, yes, that's what we're gonna do, and then a day later, we'll be like, you know what, let's do it differently.
It is always up for debate up until the very last second. Even like last night, we have to send a demo to an actor today, and we were in here last night tweaking jokes and stuff. So matchups can always change. So if
Mhm.
if Thanos versus Kratos is what the world wants and what you guys want, then probably we'll do
There's
it.
gonna be some polls.
Yeah.
These are gonna be. I think these are gonna be critical polls.
Yeah.
We are pretty convinced. And Thanos, even we weren't. I was against it. I was like, nope, not gonna work. First of all, too hard to do. How are we gonna make Thanos? But we figured out a way to do it.
Yeah.
So after we did after we were like, you know what, let's do Thanos. I had some ideas in mind. You had some ideas in mind. I had never heard of Kratos.
I knew Kratos more than I knew Thanos. Thanos got popular because these Avenger movies, and then the whole meme about like Thanos being right, which there's an argument for that.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's just getting more and more and more and more popular as these movies keep rolling out.
Sure.
You know?
No,
So,
Thanos is in. I feel like, well, he doesn't have to be. That could change, but that would be dumb.
Yeah.
Because we got some things.
All right.
Currently on says, wait, Lloyd is pro genocide? I don't think that's
not
what he meant.
genocide. I
Just-
didn't mean
It
genocide.
just means there's a lot of people.
There's too many people on this planet.
Thanos' motif is kind of a genocide thing, but
Yeah.
Lloyd is different.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. Ty Grizzly 1995 asks, throughout all years of constructing epigraph battles of history, which characters people were the hardest to identify with and assume the form of in the midst of the battle?
I fell asleep during that question. What?
So who were the hardest people to portray and who were the hardest people to write from their point of view?
Oh. Portray. I don't know.
I know
I always
mine.
had trouble with Dumbledore. I could not.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out his voice. He's a mystical guy. I'm not mystical. I
I'm
don't have a
mystical.
twinkle.
Right on. I remember you did that one. You tracked it and then stopped and then tracked it again. And then we went home and then the next day you came back and tracked it by yourself
Yeah.
and stuff.
I did it a lot.
Mine was super recent, dude. Mine was Elon Musk. I had such a tough time
Huh. Yeah,
with
finding that
that
voice and stuff.
character because he's not like, there's nothing big or like really, overboard about him. And
Yeah,
it's
his,
kind of
his
like,
teeth are just kind of.
Yeah.
He's just always like a little nervous or something.
yeah, eventually, yeah.
The Batman, yeah, I had trouble with that, but I wasn't. I don't remember what the question was. It was like,
It's like, what were the hardest to like identify with?
see,
Like,
the Batman thing, I didn't do it well, but I thought that I had.
go back and watch Batman again. That shit is funny.
I think, yeah, I just
People
used
got
it.
pissed because it wasn't like their version that they wanted to do with the bad guys. So you did it funny. That shit is funny.
I think it's kind of funny. I did have a bad cold, if not flu, on the day we filmed,
Oh, yeah.
and that didn't help. But I thought I did it well. I just made some choices that maybe. So at the time, I didn't know I was struggling, and then in retrospect, perhaps I struggled.
But then also Sherlock Holmes's last verse is maybe my favorite verse of Zach's of all time.
Yeah.
That last verse of
Yeah.
his, that was great.
See, I took a knee so that Zach could.
Yeah.
It said Kieran McLeod says Lloyd struggled with Lecter, I recall, and yeah,
I did.
but you nailed it, bro.
Yeah.
It
I
came
got-
through.
It was like a labor of love. I got real creepy, like turned all the lights off. I started drinking vodka in here and stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah, he did drink a lot. Nick Lowry says, weird question, but would you ever consider using Gilgamesh? The story is dope, and I think he has a ton of potential. Gilgamesh is like a biblical dude, I think.
Yeah, who's Gilgamesh
Old
besides?
Testament, bro.
Isn't that the bad guy in the Smurfs? That's Gargamel. Gargamel versus Gilgamesh.
Guys, I think that's a good segue. We have a very special guest with us, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the Awkward live stream booth, the guest rapper, the legend of YouTube, our very own Freddy Krueger, Mr. Wax.
Hey,
Wax,
come on in, Wax. Oh, we can leave this door open. Oh, he's standing right there. Oh, that's Josh. Oh, yeah. It's like a live thing. Welcome, Wax, man. Welcome, Wax. Yeah, you're live, man.
Oh wow, it smells good in here.
Does it?
It
Feel like
does.
it-
Yeah,
oh,
it
it
smells
does?
like candles and
I
shit.
thought maybe it would smell like a lot of sweat and stuff. This is everybody.
What's up?
You don't need
Text?
headphones. I don't think you need
Oh,
headphones.
No,
No.
You need headphones?
no. We're just talking to people. Welcome, dude. Nice to have you.
going on?
It's like a weird feeling, these things, right? You're like, it's kind of a conversation, but it's sort of like a weird. It feel like I'm on like the Howard Stern show a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, put this on.
But
there.
this is even more like, because it's recorded, right?
It's recorded, and we could keep it recorded, or you could delete it at the end. But yeah. Hey, will you, Pete? Will you fill this up a little bit?
Yeah, 'cause, you
Um,
know, like when something's recorded, like every second is recorded, you can't like.
Yeah,
you
you
pick your
can't.
nose,
Yeah, it's on. It's in
stuff
there.
like that.
It's in there. If you say something dumb, I do that all the time. I'll say something awful, and then it's
Yeah, I
just
say a lot of
backpedal.
awful things too, on like it's on a set or just like
Yeah.
like even like yesterday I shot like a little tiny like just at my house video to announce something.
Yeah.
And my boy that I live with, he shot it. And if you just editing it, I said some pretty bad shit just on that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, shout out to you guys and the patrons. This is Wax. Tell
What's
them.
up,
I don't know.
guys?
I guess I'm just gonna interview you, Wax. How about that?
I would. That's cool.
Yeah, I'll ask Wax questions. You ask him questions in the comments. People will be back in a second. So, so
I like remember when Wax was on My Favorite Martian.
yeah,
Reminds me- do you remember the Chris Farley show on Saturday Night Live?
the sketch, the Chris
Yeah,
Farley show.
And he would have Paul McCartney on the video. He'd be like, "Remember when you were in the Beatles?
That was
That
awesome.
was awesome. Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, Money Daddy once says, anyone else you want to play? So we would love to have you back. Obviously, if there's ever a character that you like from history. you think
Oh,
you'd like.
that's that's not something I've really thought about too much.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm trying to think who you could play.
Well, Freddy's one where it's like if you're just like I guess relatively skinny and wear a mask, you can kind of pull off Freddy. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that mask was pretty good. That
Yeah,
mask
yeah.
was. What were you into as a kid? Like when you were growing up? I mean, obviously music and stuff, but like, were you into comics or TV shows or what
I
were
was
you into?
I was very into skateboarding. Very into skateboarding. I saw you did the Tony Hawk one, which was great.
Yeah.
That was my favorite
Nice.
rap battle one.
Nice.
That was Pete who played Tony Hawk, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
it was so
really
laid back, but-
but his mannerisms, like he caught him. You know what I
Nice.
mean?
Could
I
you
was-
do like kick flips and ollies and all that shit? Like all that
I
stuff?
could do ollies, kick
Ollies like
flips,
the simplest thing. I
hard
know that.
flips. I could do a bunch of tricks, but it was there. Like now skateboarding's crazy. The things that they're doing now is crazy.
Dude, I knew I was living in Los Angeles because I lived in Culver City and there was like this little skate park. And then one day, like a backhoe showed up and a bulldozer showed up, and I was like, "Oh man, they're gonna knock down the skate park."
Right.
And then they knocked down the skate park and built a dope ass skate park like right on top of it. I was like, "This is where their priorities are at."
Right,
Yeah,
right,
so-
right.
Oh man, Wax as Eminem would be pretty good.
Who would
Yeah.
Eminem go against? The
Yeah,
Beastie Boys?
how do you go against Eminem? Like
I think Eminem. It's kind of weird. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird to do a rapper in the rap battles.
it is, it
you know?
totally is.
I mean, then you could just get. I mean, hopefully you just get Eminem. You know?
Yeah,
And now
Jesus.
now it's no longer a
now
performance,
now
yeah.
it's now you just let him do whatever he wants.
Have you ever done a rapper in this?
We did Kanye. I got to shout because our microphone's not working. But
Just put it in the middle.
okay.
Yeah.
No, his microphone. We did Kanye West, but Kanye
Oh.
West is such a character.
Yeah.
He's a figurehead
He's
of
a
a lot
thing.
of different things. Yeah.
Please get Eminem. Yeah, if Eminem wants to do a battle, he could do it. It's
I mean,
not like-
Eminem versus Tupac. That's a cool idea, but it is like a kind of to do Eminem kind of takes away from the
It's just
I don't
not
know.
fair.
yeah.
It's not fair.
I
don't.
I've always liked Bach versus Tupac. I
Yeah.
think that's really
Pac versus Pac.
Bach versus Pac.
Yeah.
I thought that. I mean, and that's the way I think you would do it. Is if you have a rapper, he's got to.
Oh yeah,
it's got to be a
there's
style thing.
There's a really popular producer now named Zaytoven. He makes a lot of new trap music. He can do Zaytoven versus
No.
Beethoven.
Funny. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a little, he based his name on him. Beethoven already wins. He's like, dude, you fucking
Yeah.
based your name
Yeah.
on me. It's like
Yeah.
having onions versus funyuns. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to Zach Sherwin. That's a Zach Sherwin joke. I
Is
had
that
to
really?
make up. Yeah. That's a Zach Sherwin joke.
The comments seem to suggest that Bach versus Tupac is still a top dog suggestion, and you know what? I think it is too.
I do too.
We gotta cast Tupac. Do you know anyone that could play Tupac?
I used to have holy shit. When I was in college at the University of Maryland, there was a guy that worked at there was a chicken place called Cluck You. You ever heard of that? It was a
No.
chain. It was
But
a college
I mean,
chicken wing chain.
how could it not?
And there was
be?
a dude that worked there that looked exactly like Tupac. Everybody called him Cluck You Pac. He looked exactly like him, and he was a rapper too. And he rapped exactly like Tupac.
Can we find this guy?
He would be really old right now, probably.
That's
Yeah,
fine. So would
old.
Tupac. He's
That's-
like,
Oh,
what? He would.
You could definitely find people that he said Daystorm is Tupac. Does Daystorm do it?
He just
I
bought
think
an
Daystorm
impression.
looks more like Kanye for sure.
I don't think he. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, with looks. Yeah, with looks.
It's-
I was thinking-
Tupac's so svelte.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Daystorm's buff.
You could
Daystorm's
find
big, yeah.
somebody to do Tupac. You could definitely find somebody.
Yeah.
Octagon wants to know if we could get Ryan Higa in a battle.
Does he rap?
Yeah,
Ryan Higa could rap
he
for
could,
sure.
and he's hilarious.
Yeah. Love to have him. Where did have you met a lot of like YouTube people? You know, like is that like
I've
you sort of
never met
skate on the
Ryan
line of
Higa.
it?
I used to know some YouTube people. Like I know Just Kidding Films. You know Just Kidding Films, Bart and Joe and them. That's the thing. There's so many people on YouTube.
Right.
it's
There's
like,
so many.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the people now. I don't know who the people are
Who's
now.
the
Yeah.
most famous person you ever been like sitting near?
Snoop Dogg. I did Snoop Dogg's show.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I like talked to him like this, just me and him for like
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Wow,
it was
wow.
surreal.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
higher than
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I was higher than giraffe pussy.
That's a thing.
It was it was amazing. It's one of the best days of my life.
Damn.
I've never had an experience like that.
Dude, I
before.
saved the blunt. We smoked with him when he came
Really?
outside. I saved the blunt. I could still smell it in my house.
Wow.
In like a little Altoids can. It was crazy.
Dan Bull. Yeah, do you know Dan Bull?
Dan Bull's in
Great,
town.
British dude.
I
he's
honestly
great.
don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's okay. He's good.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
he a rapper?
He's a rapper.
YouTube guy?
British video game rapper.
I used to know. I mean, you guys. Ray William Johnson used to be the biggest guy on YouTube.
Mhm.
I know
Absolutely.
him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
I remember you performed at his like I'm the #1 YouTube channel party.
Yeah, we were just talking. Me and
Is you-
Dumbfounded did.
That was
and
cool.
We were just. I was just talking about that with the guy out there.
the most famous person I've sat next with to is Lou Diamond Phillips.
Didn't you
first-
meet Obama?
Yeah, he's really famous. But like for some reason, Lou Diamond Phillips felt more rare, like a rare earth mineral.
Yeah, I know what you
How
mean.
often do you
I know
see
what you
Lou
mean.
Diamond
I
Phillips?
know what you mean.
I was like,
Lou-
oh my gosh, you've been and he's been a legend for a long time. He's like sitting near
But
Chuck
like
Berry.
you could see Lou Diamond like he might like if you saw Lou Diamond Phillips, you'd be like at a coffee shop, be like, yo, is that Lou Diamond Phillips?
Right.
You would
Yeah.
never see Obama in a
That
situation.
is
Yo, is
You
that
would
Obama?
Obama, yeah,
But that's
yeah.
the thing. It's not that he's more famous; he's more protected.
Right,
He's more
right.
walled off.
Don't you get
I would
Secret
argue that
Service?
he's more famous
Barack Obama?
than Lou Diamond Phillips.
Barack
Are you
Obama is
fucking
the most
kidding me?
famous person in the world.
I disagree. I gotta go on record. and
Who's
say-
on? You gotta ask the crowd. Who's more famous, Obama or Lou Diamond Phillips? And this crowd is probably younger too, so they've
Dude, there's-
definitely gonna
There's,
say Obama.
that's a ludicrous.
It's an
That's a
insane question.
ludicrous question.
It's an insane question.
Obama was arguably the most famous person on the planet.
Lou Ryman Phillips.
Ayo, Obama.
Hey.
Rap name.
So, Wax, what?
I mean, I don't know who Lou is, so
Yeah, none.
look
He was
how
like
many
that Obama
Obamas are on
guy.
that screen, Pete. Holy shit.
That's my sad chord.
Hey, I'm 20 and I never heard of Lou Diamond.
Yeah.
Pom 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 pom.
Crying instead of crying Jordan meme, crying Lou Diamond Phillips.
Ah.
That's what I
So
want.
where are you from, man? Where'd you grew up in Maryland?
I'm from Maryland. I'm from a small town, Dunkirk. It's a suburb of Washington D.C.
Mm.
And been in LA for like 11 years.
Damn.
Loving it out here.
Yeah.
I
Did you
love
come
Los
straight from
Angeles.
Maryland? You went to college in Maryland. You just came straight here from college, or what'd you do?
I used to be in a band for a long time.
Dude, I loved that fucking
McGregor?
band.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that was my shit.
Here's the thing. This is awkward between me and Wax, but McGregor is one of my favorite bands, but it's his old band, so I don't know if I'm supposed to talk that I like it a lot, but you got to
dope.
check it out. McGregor, old Wax music.
Wow, thanks, man. I haven't listened to it in a long time.
It's the best.
Thank you.
It was like
Oh,
like horns and stuff, right? Like
yeah, it was like a funk hip hop rock
dude, that's
hybrid.
a blast.
MacGregor. MacGregor. Is that how you spell it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's the best.
The same spelling as like the cheap sporting goods brand. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, like,
like
like
volleyball.
Yeah,
Second-
volleyball, exactly.
Dude, we used
Dang.
to listen to McGregor songs as warm up for Epic Rap Battles of History concert, and that's what got us hyped.
That's cool to know, man.
Sure, sure.
It'd be really cool for the other people in the band that don't do music or anything. I gotta tell them that.
yeah, don't you have like I know the most hilarious grocery store manager on the planet. Like you never meet those people who are like, dude, you could be a musician the rest of your life. What are you doing? And like,
yeah,
nah.
yeah.
That guy's name is Jeff, and he wrote the line, I'll chop you into 4 black dudes and I'll remake Cool Runnings
Yeah.
about Mr. T.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He just was like, you know,
Yeah, I got friends like that that are just too funny to do what they do.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah.
But they would never sit down and write a fucking script. That's just not in their nature to
Yeah.
be like that. Yeah.
So you moved from you were in Maryland and then you were in a band.
hmm
And did you guys like tour? Like, what did you?
Yeah, yeah. We toured mostly on the East Coast. We made a couple albums, and then when you're in a band, especially because we had like 6 people in the band, we had a
Yeah.
horn section and shit.
Horn section's always.
You get to a
amazing.
certain point where it's like if everyone in the band, the band's not making enough money to live, at a certain point, people are gonna be like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Especially those-
wasn't the one that wanted the band to break up.
I
you
know,
what I mean?
right? Get back together, man.
But then the band broke up, and I actually moved to San Diego for a year, and I was working construction and shit down there, and then I moved to LA, and I went to the LA recording school. But I moved here officially. Like, when I
Oh.
first moved to LA, I actually went to school and learned how to use Pro Tools and
Wow.
learned
okay.
about compression and EQ and whatnot.
help us with our lives?
Dude, if you like,
You know how to work SoundCloud?
I should be way better at audio engineering considering I went to school for it.
Right.
Everybody I know is way better at it than me. Like I couldn't install a plugin to save my fucking life. but-
Damn.
I have to
but
go
I
on
know how-
record
but I
and
know how to
say
record. I'm very good at editing vocals and recording. And
his Freddy Krueger demo was perfect.
thanks, man.
Salty as Chip says, why the name Wax?
I don't actually know. Like I don't really. Like, I had that since I was really young.
Did you name yourself Wax or did someone
did.
name you?
I did. It wasn't like yo the streets named me, dog. It wasn't like that. But I've made up things like the cool. like I rap and I sing sort of and play guitar and do all these and produce and I do a lot of different things, comedy. So I like wax is a very versatile substance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Ah, okay.
It can be liquid, it can be solid. You know, like the skateboarders use it to make the curb slippery. The surfers use it to make the board more
Wow.
sticky.
Okay.
Figure that out.
And
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
Bees eat it for breakfast.
and it's always in your ear.
Oh, there you go. Wax is in your ear, and it's a
Always in your
record.
ear.
I
And
immediately
then
thought
it's
the
a
record.
And it's the record.
Wax. You
But
can
I
then-
think it's actually because I think I saw the movie Menace to Society when I was a kid, and they had a character named Wax.
All right.
It just sounded sick to me. I think that's where I got it from. I don't know that's a fact, but
Fair enough.
I also remember listening to the Beastie Boys, man, that putting it on wax, and just the word wax was cool to me.
It's
I don't
cool.
know.
Hell yeah.
But rappers pick their name. Like sometimes rappers, like I've had that name since a long time ago. Like, and now I wish that I had a name that was more like. I understand why people pick people's names now are like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Sure.
Because there's no. If you search
Nobody
for
else.
Tekashi
Yeah,
6ix9ine,
yeah, yeah.
it's search engine
A lot of
optimized.
wax out there.
Wax is fucking not search
Yeah,
engine
oh, my God,
optimized. dude.
Etsy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know
Doesn't
me.
wax also mean get killed? You get waxed?
You get whacked.
Yeah,
That's
whacked.
like Italian
Waxed,
gangster.
okay,
Yeah. No, I think
Thing.
waxed. Waxed. No, I think this just means you get your pubes like ripped off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
part
Yeah, that's a very common. Very
yeah.
common.
I
Yeah,
was
Hell
gonna
yeah.
chest wax to play Vladimir Putin, but I didn't. I ended up not
You
going
just-
that route.
Shaved it.
I shaved. It was
Yeah.
an awful experience.
Uh,
Did it grow? Has it grown back?
Yeah, it was like 8 years ago.
I've never done the wax thing.
They
but-
want to know about Beastie Boys in a rap battle versus the Beach Boys, and
That's
kinda
funny.
fucking funny.
That's funny.
That is kind of
That's
funny.
funny.
Tyler James, Cornelius Griswold.
Both
Oh, that's not you.
amazing
Dragon's Blood
groups.
23, Beastie Boys versus Beach Boys is funny, and honestly, the three of us could pull off the Beastie Boys.
I'm a huge fan of both of those groups.
That could be crazy.
Yeah.
We just need a fourth guy.
Can
for the
one
Beastie
can
Boys.
can
Well,
can
he could
uh,
be dead on one of them. died
Mike
of
D?
heroin.
Mike D's the one who died? Yeah.
He didn't
No.
die of heroin. He died of like
I'm not
Cancer.
talking about Beastie Boys. One of the Beach Boys.
Oh, of heroin?
well, the main guy Brian Wilson's still alive.
Yeah.
The guy that wrote all Pet Sounds and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just wondering if you need 4 guys for the Beach Boys. 5? I don't even know how many people are in the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys.
11. 11.
I
Beach
think there's
Boys.
officially 5. I think there's officially 5.
5? Can somebody look up how many Beach Boys? there
He
are?
said featuring Backstreet Boys. That's
No,
funny.
That's wax.
MCA. Yeah,
He's
dude. Would if
great.
I wanted to, if we did the Beastie Boys though, I would want MCA just to be a fucking ghost the whole time, just
Right, right.
like a black and white see-through ghost. That would be dope.
Yeah. There were 5. Yeah. Okay.
They're 5 at one time.
Beach. Oh, 1 for each. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
One
I'm gonna
for
read
each
another
letter.
question, and then I'm gonna see if I can apply it to you, Wax. Well, yeah. Let me ask you this. So, how has music changed from like when you were doing it on the East Coast and stuff up until now? And like, do you like it better or worse, or what do you think its differences are the most?
What's the difference? The main difference now is that it's like anybody can record music. It used to be a big deal to make an album.
You go to the studio.
You have to go to the studio, like you have to go to the studio and save up money, and like now, like everything is made at somebody's house. From like even like, you know, there's that new movie Ugly Dolls
Mhm.
that's coming out. Like they produce some of those songs at my house. I have a studio at my house. My boy I live with, Davey, produced some of that shit.
Well,
And like these are like Nick Jonas songs, and they're just produced in somebody's house. You know,
Well,
back
yeah.
in the day,
Yeah, yeah,
back in the day, it wouldn't have been like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about that, whatever. But
there's only 6 people here.
right, but
The
but
3 of them are us.
point being that not only can you produce recorded music very easily, but anybody can put it out. So there's just so much shit out. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much. Like back in the day, we used to watch MTV, and like me and you from different towns would probably see
The same exact videos
things,
and
you
the
know?
same words. Yeah, us too. I was in a band in high school, and we like recorded, and we fucking got 4 days in the studio and practiced our asses off
Right.
and went in there, and it was the biggest moment of our lives, you know. And now you could do that on a laptop.
Now the writing process and recording process are the same process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dan Bill said that I don't ever write things down before I record them anymore. I usually
Oh,
just write it as I lay it down, and then there it is, and then I go on to the next line. And that's not how it used to be. You used to just like play it in the studio. Maybe if that you're like in a full band, it would be like that more.
It's better though when you get a real performance, even
Yeah,
if
yeah.
even
Yeah.
if you are at home, wherever. I don't know. As long as the performance is good and the
So-
capture is good, then I think you're gonna be good. As long as you're nice and tight on the microphone. Let's read some. There's some good questions in the YouTube comments here. But I don't know where they are. Ariana Grande versus Demi Lovato. That's a no.
I mean, you guys don't do a lot of female versus female ones, huh? I mean, you're not female.
We do. We aren't females. It's
Yeah.
hard to write for females.
Yeah.
I think
And
I-
I mean, usually you guys are the fucking
Yes.
actors. You
But
know,
we
so-
have done, and they're always. It's like they're interesting. They're popular, but some people don't like them, and that doesn't matter. But they do well, and they don't do well.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're hard because neither of us are in them.
I feel if you did Ariana Grande versus Demi Lovato, you'd have to get like somewhat celebrity people to play each one.
I agree. I
you
don't
know?
think it'll work. I think
Yeah.
that's a no. But Amelia Earhart versus Marie Curie. What do you
Mm.
think? You know who those people are?
Yeah.
Oh, he said wax needs to get closer to the mic. Man, maybe I just need to talk louder.
Everybody scream. I'm not sharing my mic
Female
at all.
versus female have historically been the weakest, says Death Rider.
That's what he said. I don't
Death
think that's
Rider.
true though, man. I think that I feel like Miley Cyrus versus Joan of Arc is one of my favorites, and
It's cool.
totally doing it live. It was so
Yeah, it's
fun.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying
No.
they're hard.
They're hard.
Casting
Yeah.
2 guests is hard. We do it, but
Yeah.
say it with your chest. Oprah versus Ellen was dope. Thanks.
Thank you.
Some people.
Yeah,
hate
that
on
one was good. That one was
Thanks.
good.
That
Yeah.
makes me feel, I'm gonna play a happy chord.
One for wax. How hard was the transition from doing Tarantino to Freddy Krueger? I mean, it was many years in between. It's not like I've been in character the whole time. I had to go directly.
He's at a pawn shop
Yeah.
dressed as like a gimp. Just-
The Tarantino one was fun for me because like I saw a picture and it's like I fucking looked like him.
You
And
did.
Yeah.
I really
A
looked
lot.
like him.
Yeah, that was obvious.
The Freddy Krueger one, it's like I'm in a mess.
You're in a
You know
big
what I
mess,
mean?
but-
Like, but
Quentin Tarantino, you became.
I really
him.
looked like him.
Yeah.
You know. You
Yeah.
were. I liked you as Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh,
That
thanks,
was
man.
Fucking,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was good.
Oh, that's great.
I got another question for you, Wax. What are your thoughts on Beatles versus NWA? That's a suggestion from Super Things on Cups, which sounds gross, but might not.
That's in the same vein as Beach Boys versus Beastie Boys, except and it's not that they don't sound as similar, but
Right.
I could see that. I think if you had to compare them, I think Eazy-E and John Lennon are because John did the
Sure.
Early Death.
Early Death.
Ice Cube is
the
the Paul
Poets.
McCartney. Ice Cube and Paul
What?
McCartney.
Oh,
Who's Ringo
yeah.
Starr? Is that Dre?
Oh no, that'd be
No,
like
Ringo Starr would be Ren.
MC Ren.
Yeah.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
All
All right, so here, all the people in the YouTube comments, you get one vote between Beach Boys versus Beastie Boys and NWA versus the Beatles. Which I'm just curious.
NWA
We're always
versus
taking
Beatles.
votes.
Always gonna be voting. You guys vote. I got one more question for Wax. Someone
Oh, wow.
says,
I did not expect this.
Well, those are more popular groups, really. The
Beatles?
Beatles is one of the most popular groups of all time.
Wow.
but Beatles versus NWA is kind of cool. It's like
God,
it's
so
like salt and
fucking hard,
it's salt and
though.
pepper.
That's so much harder.
Yeah.
Like the Beach Boys is so much funnier, and the Beastie Boys.
there's more. No,
lends
Beastie
itself-
Boys coming
Okay.
coming
Oh, they
from
heard
the
it.
rear.
They heard. Yeah, somebody had to be a bunch of
Oh.
contrarians.
Wow. Okay. Swinging. This is like a tug of
Damn.
war between the two. Musketeers versus Stooges.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
don't
much
like-
about the
I feel like we
Musketeers.
do
Yeah,
so
there's
much.
something-
Besides the candy, I don't
they
know
feel
anything.
like Thin Mints.
If
yeah.
if they didn't have Three Musketeers candy bars, I would be like, who the fuck
Yeah.
is that?
The only thing I know
You
about
what
the only
I
thing
mean?
the only thing I know about Three Musketeers candy bars was like it was easy to stick needles in them at Halloween. That was always what my parents were like, check them for needles. I don't know where you guys grew up, but where we grew up, like people got like shit stuck in their
we did.
candy,
I remember that.
and those are
I
because they're
don't
like
think that
marshmallow.
ever actually happened.
There was like one
yeah.
person that happened
Exactly.
to. Yeah.
One person.
That's all it
Yeah.
takes, man. I mean, that's horrible. I
That's
think I would
because
rather.
back in the day in like the 50s, people would like mothers would like make candy and
Yeah.
give apples and make like it wouldn't all be
Yeah.
wrapped up. It'd be like
You know,
homemade. You get like
Yeah.
Rice Krispie treat type
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Now they just leave a bowl out and says, please just take one. You're like, sure.
Right.
Jughead Jay wants to know David Bowie in a rap battle, please.
Yeah.
What do you think?
David Bowie versus David and Goliath. No, David Bowie versus.
I like David Bowie versus Prince still.
I do too.
Yeah,
I
that's
think that's
good.
good.
That's good.
I like that one. That's
That would
like
have been a good Kanye.
All right, new vote. Beach Boys versus the Beastie Boys or David Bowie versus Prince? You only get to vote for one. NWA is off the table. Off the
Off the-
table.
we're out. All right. Look at this.
Wow.
I know, keeping it.
Fuck you guys. Oh, is that about NWA? Well, fuck
Damn,
you.
it's going hard. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
right, dude. The voting is on, and
Only if
they're
Dave
off.
Chappelle
Beach
is
Boys
Prince,
versus the
that'd be-
Beastie Boys.
That'd be amazing.
Oh god.
Yeah.
What's the best well, you had Snoop the one time. What was y'all's favorite cameo performance?
Favorite cameo performance?
Yeah.
Favorite cameo or like guest?
I mean, present company excluded.
Oh.
Hey.
yeah.
I mean like celebrity guest. Like
Celebrity guest.
Yeah.
Weird Al for me, man.
Weird
And
Al
was
and
funny,
Charlie
yeah,
Tuna,
yeah.
and that whole battle. Charlie
Al
Tuna was in
Hall.
it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
That was pretty great.
I honestly think that every guest is very special in their own different way, and like from Weird Al, I learned to just treat guest rappers like treat them not hard, but like he had a take, and it was okay. It was like
Right.
his first take, and I was like, "That was great, Al. You're amazing."
Right,
He's like,
right.
It was okay, but you
Yeah.
know, we're here to make this song together. Push me. And I was
Right.
like,
Okay.
okay, Al.
Not everybody's like that though, right?
No. But
Right.
you should be like that with everybody.
Right.
I think if you're working with a rapper, you should like be honest with them.
Has anybody ever been like, don't fucking tell me to do it
No.
again?
No, never.
No,
Not
in
even
fact-
T-Pain.
No, T-Pain was the best.
T-Pain
Right.
was the most talented guest we've ever had. He was
T-Pain's a
Snoop Dogg was
unbelievable.
Like, why didn't you send me a demo so I knew what you wanted me to do? It was like, we didn't tell. How do you
Yeah.
tell Snoop Dogg what
Right,
to do?
right.
That was
That would be hard for me.
Yeah,
If I had
I
some,
mean-
if I was like here and over there with Snoop Dogg, I'd be like, do whatever you want.
well,
exactly.
he didn't track here.
Exactly.
Snoop's the only guy that didn't track here.
I feel like he tracks
Uh,
only in a cave,
yeah.
right? He has a cave
He just sent
studio.
it over.
Right.
But he was like, he's like, these guys trying to joke with me. They sent me the lyrics, but no demo. I was like, well, we will if you want us to, but I guess that was a big learning curve that day. It was
Yeah,
like,
right.
okay, always send demos.
Yeah.
Done.
Right.
Easy enough. No, fuck you guys is about selecting between all of those groups and people. Oh, I got it.
What does that
T-Pain versus
mean?
T-Series. Penny
Fuck
Vibes.
you guys. Why is he fucking this guys?
No one's fucking anybody.
Oh, okay. What does that mean, Christian Benford? Why? I just don't understand. All right, never mind.
Rainbow wouldn't Pennywise.
Men in Black versus Scully and Mulder. That's funny.
Yeah, that's cool. The X-Files is a big thing. I feel like I should be looking at you guys and I'm just reading these comments the whole time. I have a question for you guys. Here's my question for you guys out there in the feed. What is it about giving suggestions? Because it's by far and away the most popular thing that people want to comment on. What is it about that makes you guys like to do that so much? You know, if ever we have comments or ever we ask people for questions, people will ask questions and it'll immediately slide into suggestions. So why is that, do you think?
So Dragon's Blood says it makes us have a say. Mabel says knowing it may happen, Lamau, which
Laugh
means
my ass
laughing
off.
my ass off.
Lamau.
And Freshy Canal says we want to see these rap. I honestly think that's a interesting question because they want to see it. I think it's an imagination thing. It's like, hey, and the next one, I will say the next battle coming up, it was just one suggestion I saw on an ERB2 video. And I called Lloyd. I was like, hey, what about this? And he was like, yeah, sure. And we just did it. We just made it. So it does really happen. Yeah, you are involved in the process. And Kratos is not off the table, but he's not a lock-in. You
Not a
gotta
lock.
you gotta keep telling us what you think. What do you think about? You know who Thanos is from Marvel?
I
See?
love that.
Big
about
purple dude.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about comic book. I don't know anything. Like I told y'all with the Wolverine thing. Like
Yeah,
don't-
Wax
I don't
didn't know
know any-
Wolverine at all. That's
my thing is I've realized as I got older, I like things that could really happen. My favorite fucking superhero is not even superhero. It's fucking Indiana Jones. He's just some dude with a whip. You know what I mean? Like I like. It's like once you start flying, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
bro.
man. My man did that with a whip.
Can't fly, dude. Get out of here. You know what I mean?
I watched an interview with
I never
Mark
been
Hamill
into.
yesterday.
I never
There you
been
go.
into comic books.
Fair enough.
But what's cool is like the fact that I wasn't into it. Like there's people that watch it that don't know all the backstories. So like
Yeah.
sometimes you got to hit people with jokes that are.
Is this all right? What do you think?
He got
I
in
think
and
it's
out.
a girl's hat, but doesn't it look kind of like an Indiana Jones
That
hat?
was really impressive. I turned out. Yeah, that was really
Did you feel
impressive.
Oh,
like it was
How many
me?
hats you got?
I got a lot of hats.
Did
I
you
named
see all
some
the
other shit?
sunglasses over there? My man has a.
I also like the
proud.
Cat in the Hat from Dr. Seuss.
So we saw a suggestion earlier that was not earlier, like 3 days ago in one of the chats on Discord that was Indiana Jones versus Marco Polo. What are your thoughts?
Marco Polo is kind of like the Three Musketeers, where like I wouldn't know Three Musketeers. I wouldn't know Three Musketeers without the candy bar. I wouldn't know Marco Polo without the childhood swimming pool game. Yeah. What the fuck did he do? Is that how he fought in battle?
He was
Everybody
the
closed
first-
their eyes.
Yeah.
So I think yes, because I think yes, we want to play off the knowledge that everybody has, because we would make fun of that, and then we would dive deeper. He's an explorer from Italy whose his parents went to China. They were like some of the first people from Europe to go to China. And then they
The
were sent
Silk Road?
back by Kublai Khan.
Kublai
Khan was
Khan?
like, go back, bring me back some priests, and come here, and I'll give you and bring me back some oil. They wanted oil from Jerusalem and 100 priests. Kublai Khan did, and they did not come back with that. And instead, Marco Polo, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far in the book yet. I know about the oil. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that he was a real guy, an Italian guy. And in theory, some people think he might have invented spaghetti. That's true.
Indiana Jones had a whip, and he was an archaeologist.
Yeah, he was an
Are there any
archaeologist.
other?
explorer. That's
He was an explorer. I guess he was an explorer.
Yeah, he wasn't really though.
There was
It was like it wasn't. He wasn't going to find things that weren't. Well, I guess he was though. He was kind of. An explorer,
he was like
huh?
he was like an explorer for hire. There's the
He's finding
two.
like treasure. You know.
Yeah. I love that. I love that movie because it just starts. You don't see his backstory in the first
Right,
one. It's
right,
just like,
right.
yeah, this is what he is. Like, get on board.
Indiana Jones is in the same wheelhouse as James Bond, sorta.
Yeah.
And then he's like he like the ladies love him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rogue.
Yeah.
So, Wax. Oh shit. Because I don't have a microphone.
Kind of a rogue.
So Wax is not sold on Marco Polo, and that's how fast an idea dies. Yesterday, I thought we were doing.
Wasn't sold on it.
Oh, you see? Oh, I guess the swimming pool thing.
I mean, they're saying
Yeah.
see people are still doing.
All right, now it's
All right, cool. All right.
Here we go. So wait,
Lawrence of Arabia versus Indiana Jones. That's not
that's
bad.
more fun. Lawrence
Have you
had a-
done King Kong?
No, he's a monkey. I mean, I know that you know that, but like, how do we do the
obvious one would
monkey?
be Godzilla, but he said King Arthur versus King Kong. There's a lot of kings if you just the word.
Yeah,
King.
we thought about King Tut versus somebody.
He said King
Indiana
Arthur,
Jones
yeah.
versus King Tut.
King Tut. Well, King Tut's you just know him for the dead body more than the man, right? You know his tomb more than
Kieran McLeod wants to know what's the idea that died yesterday. I thought Marco Polo just died. I thought you were unsold. And if Wax isn't sold, we're not going to.
I never said I wasn't sold. I said I don't really know who he is. That
He's
much.
on the fence.
I
King
didn't-
Tut versus King Arthur.
Like King James.
King James
To change the Bible or whatever. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. That sounds like a snooze fest.
Yeah.
It's me, King James. I changed the Bible.
There was the New Testament and then the Old. Then somebody took the pages and made a little fold.
I hear you, Christian. Your comment now makes a lot of sense. I forget that if we yell at somebody here, they might be like, "Oh my God, every rap house history just yelled at me." We're just kidding.
We're just playing. We love you.
What about Laura Croft?
Tomb Raider
Yeah,
versus King Tut.
versus Indiana Jones because they're kind of the same.
Oh, that makes sense. That's a good one.
You like that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's no history.
They're not really. Yeah, they're both fictional. But King Arthur versus Aquaman. That couldn't be more like.
That doesn't
why
make
does
much
it have
sense.
anything to do.
That makes as much sense as this girly bow on my Indiana Jones hat.
I know the Dan Bull can play Indiana Jones. Dan Bull?
Cannot play Indiana
I
Jones.
think so.
I
Dan
can't
Bull,
think something
Miss Dan
further
Bull.
out of his
That's
wheelhouse.
so funny. Dan Bull just emailed us today. He's in Los Angeles. We're gonna hang out with him like in the next couple days.
So they keep asking which idea died. The idea that I keep talking about died was I thought
Oh shit! Yeah.
I thought Marco Polo just died against Indiana Jones, because I thought Wax wasn't into it. Now
That's
Wax
good.
says he's on the fence,
That's
so it's not dead.
Hey.
It's just kind of in purgatory. We have no idea. We never have any idea until the song is recorded and Atul knows we're recording and the costumes are being made. It's all up in the air.
Yeah. It's
Do you guys pre all the ones that you're doing for this season? Or do they know?
No,
No.
You don't
Yeah.
only.
we don't know.
Oh right.
We know the next
3,
two and a half.
2.5.
Because
yeah.
I got some questions.
Yeah. We keep them secretive. Like it's kind of fun that way, you know. Like it helps. I think that you guys enjoy it. That we don't say everything. Like it's nice to have some spoilers, but I think it builds a little anticipation. It's kind of cool to have some. You know, it's like a movie.
Can we ask a question to the comments? Do you like when you know what's coming, or do you like secret? So secret or knowledge? Do you like it when it's secret, or do you like it when you have knowledge? Mystery,
Secret.
kinda.
is
I like
better,
both.
I like both.
secret. You want to know what's coming? Half and half. Okay, so
Ooh.
I think we're. Ah! No, all right, this
Teasers
is
and
good. Hints. Yeah, okay. Okay?
There was definitely people that knew that Freddy was coming.
We gave it away a
We leaked-
lot.
We leaked that
I
one.
tried to do it in hints. Surprise until the day before. Doesn't matter. Make a poll. Hints. Both. Yeah, hints. Okay, a good mix. Are we? So here's a follow-up question. Are we pulling that off? Because we are trying to have a good mix. I think we may be
Yeah.
leaking our sieve a bit.
I think you guys honestly
Is that a real word?
in the Patreon feeds and stuff, you guys have to like, you know, be cool about not spoiling stuff. If you know and people don't want to have spoilers, folks have been pretty good about like blotting out their comments and stuff. Or,
Yeah,
like,
there's
not
some way to
reading what
do
they
that.
Want to read. I think that's cool. It's easy enough. Everybody's adults.
Yeah.
They want to have a spoiler. They can.
Like, you know, right now we are doing the Beastie Boys versus Queen Elizabeth II. It's been decided. Wax is playing Elizabeth.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna play all 3 Beastie Boys, and Lloyd's gonna sit this one out. You know that now.
Is Queen Elizabeth let them eat cake? That's Marie Antoinette.
Yeah.
You're right. And that's
See-
all I know from her. is
That's what I'm saying. If she had never said that shit,
yeah. Then who? Yeah. Then
You
who
She got her
gotta-
head cut off.
you got to say some
Gotta
good
heck out.
quotes, man.
She got her head cut
Yeah.
off.
You gotta have a couple of good quotes. Like Lego.
She was like guillotined.
She was guillotined.
Oh,
Good, man. She
God
probably
damn.
fucking
Can you
deserved it.
imagine that?
Marie Antoinette would be dope in a battle.
I think you're
She's
right.
got
I do like
she's
that.
got
It's like
guts.
the history, man. Like I feel like a lot of people are saying stuff that's like movie characters or Indiana Jones and stuff. That's all fine, but I do like the characters like King, the Lionheart, King Richard. Is that what it?
What's the chef? The
Yeah, Wax's
Ah.
Red Baron was really
Red
popular.
Baron.
That's another one's up in the air. Red
Oh,
Red Baron. Have you ever heard of the
yeah,
White
yeah.
Death? Am I supposed to talk about that? Anyway, it's a suggestion.
Is that
Whatever.
like the Black Plague?
No, it was a sniper called the White Death. It sounds like the Black Plague, but it was a dude. I think
I'm
it
not
was.
familiar with that. That's like a sniper from a plane?
World War II. No, he was like a just a sniper, you know. And they,
Mm.
but in World War II, they did things to boost morale.
Mm.
So this guy, the White Death, was just nasty on the scope, and they would like write articles about him and be like, "White Death waxes 4 or 5 people or whatever." And
Oh wow.
You just uses wax
did,
as
see
murder.
that?
Yeah, I knew it was.
I know.
Everybody says this is about vagina hair. I knew it.
The universe is telling you something.
I know the universe.
That's
That's
you
what.
said. Why?
here's
They
my
said
top-
wax is 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
I've already done 2.
Whoa.
Popeye versus Hercules. What do you think?
No. Three.
That's not that bad. They're strong men. You know what I mean? Popeye. Yeah, but who else is a big spinach eater? Who else?
Popeye versus a gerbil.
Versus Jolly Green Giant.
Oh.
That'd be
nice.
terrible.
Do they still? Do young people still know who Jolly Green Giant is? That's still a thing.
there?
Yeah. Why would they ever do away with that logo? He was like a logo for
Andre the
spinach.
Giant versus Jolly Green Giant.
That's all right.
funny. That's funny. Andre the Giant would be great. I got to dress up like him, and I got elbow smashed by the actual Hulk Hogan.
Wow.
That never
Yeah.
saw the light of day. Maybe we'll release that over here. Maybe not.
Oh, that was for Epic Rap Battle.
It was for like this. Yeah, we did this thing and it never worked out. But I got to get the smash from Hulk Hogan. It was fun.
the frozen vegetables guy. Is he saying that's who Jolly Green Giant is?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think so.
thanks, Kyle Johnson.
Are we still cool with Key and Peele? Yeah. I
We're
mean,
cool.
they're super busy now, so we don't. It's not like we call them up, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't talk to them as often as I talk to Eminem.
What would be
but
sick
we're
is
cool.
Key versus Peele, just straight up.
Bam.
Yeah.
Key versus Peele. Epic Lloyd was in the league. I was in the league.
Did you ever hear this story?
No.
Lloyd had to like
Yeah,
like,
I
dry hump somebody in the league like all day.
Yeah,
in
Kate-
a TV show, he was wearing a little thong piece.
dude, it was
What? I know that show.
Yeah, I was in the league. They were like,
What's
hey,
his name? The everyday normal guy, John Lajoie.
yeah, he's really funny.
I love him.
They call me up and they're like, hey man, your scene is gonna be you in like your underwear. Are you cool with that? I was like, yeah, I'm fine with that. And then they hang up. And then like 3 hours later, they call me back like, hey man, your scene is you in like tighty whities. Are you cool with that? I was like, all right, yeah, that's fine. And 2 days later went by and they're like, hey, your scene is you in a G-string. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then they're like, oh, okay. And then I showed up and they just had it for me. And they're like, put it on. I was like, but you're in like a Hollywood trailer and there's all these directors looking at you. And you're like, all right. And then I get on the set and it's fucking Caden Cross. It's like huge porn star.
She's an
Right.
adult film
And
actress.
Then she like walks in the set and just goes, boom, takes all of her clothes off. And they're like, okay, pretend to have sex. And I was like, I need an agent.
Right,
It was
right.
crazy.
I just want you to know,
Ended up being really funny though.
during your naughty story, Stofarex wrote a very heartfelt comment to you, Lloyd, that he, I'm not sure, Stofarex, they wanted to thank you for all the work and effort and passion you put into Wolverine versus Freddy Krueger. I presume that extends to you, but since it was like your baby of an idea, they said they really appreciate it. Stofarex,
Oh, right on.
and he said it a couple times. I think he
think
wanted
it's
you to
good.
make sure you heard it.
Thanks.
I think
man.
it's good that people show gratitude and say things like that because it's always. I was telling you, Lloyd. It's funny how, I see firsthand how much work goes into something like epic rap battles. One battle, it's like you do the song, and it takes forever to do the whole fucking thing. It takes a lot of work, and then somebody in 2 seconds can just be like, "This sucks."
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just want to be like, "Wait, what did you do?
yeah. That's
right.
What
that.
have
That's the best.
What did you do?
My wife
Did you
got
do anything?"
my wife got real upset because she's new to like YouTube stuff and she didn't understand comments and she was like, I don't like this. I don't like this stuff. I saw these comments. They said they didn't like it. I don't understand why they have to say something like that. Why would you say that? Why did you just keep it to yourself? And I was trying to explain like even that kind of feedback is important. You get, I think I got a little bit of feedback from the people that was they want more history characters. Even though I think Wolverine, Freddy Krueger have historical
They have
value.
cinematic
Is that the
history.
case?
I got that feeling.
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I got
Yeah.
that feeling.
I've never, I don't get it. I've never in my life left a negative comment on YouTube.
Big
I've
up,
never,
Money
I've
Daddy.
never left a negative Yelp review about a restaurant.
Yeah.
I've never done. I just don't understand. Why would
I
I
don't
think-
take the time to put
Yeah.
negativity out in the world, but some people do. I just don't like Yelp reviews in general because I don't like people who leave reviews on Yelp. So why do I fucking trust their opinion about sushi?
Right.
Like I don't know
right,
you. I don't want to hang out with you. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
so,
I-
uh,
Yeah, it's tough because I still look at. I
you
look at
still
it.
look
I
at-
know,
yeah.
you look
I
at it.
know. Josie does that stuff all the time. I'm like, don't look. That's part of the thing.
But I've done
It's part of-
positive. I've left a few like if I have
Yeah.
a really good experience at a restaurant, I'll
Yeah.
be like, yo, like if you see a positive Yelp review by me, that's the best it's top 5 places I've ever been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I had an idea for a Yelp station that was from the perspective of a dog that would say like, "My owners came back from this restaurant today. No leftovers. Must be good." I thought
Right.
that would take off.
Right.
I didn't follow through.
Someone just wrote back on topic, and I do want to circle back a little bit to the topic a little bit. They asked, how has the writing process changed? And I'm gonna just alter that question just a little bit so we can ask Wax. Wax, what do you find like you write songs about now, and how are they different from songs you used to write back in the day? Because I know I've listened to your music earlier, your early music, and your music now, and I have opinions how I think it's changed. But what do you think you write about now?
well, I got a little plug. I got a new album coming out
Hell yeah, he
pretty
does.
soon. Pretty soon. And this album is actually, you know, I think you write about shit that happens to you or shit that you're thinking about, and this for some reason right now in my life I'm feeling real positive, and compared to my old work, the new shit is much sunnier and brighter, and optimistic, where some of the old shit was just darker, depressing, and
Yeah.
a little bit more misery in it. You know what I mean? So
Angst.
this one's a lot. It's cool because it's coming out for summer. And it's very summery and
I just
Yeah,
said the word
right.
angst loud as
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
too.
rogue.
I've heard
Yeah.
the first single from Wax's album, and it's great. It made me happy, and I listened to it over like a couple of times in a row as I was walking. It made me. I felt your newfound joy.
Oh,
And
thanks,
didn't you? So this is for you guys too. And forgive me if I'm overstepping, but you're tracking a song right now, and you need people on the hook. And he's taking like people's recorded voices, that calling in or like recording them to be on the album. So if you want to be on a Wax album, what do they need to do?
I got yeah. So I was working on the last song that I'm really working on for this album is a song called "Push On," and it has a chorus where me and my boy who's producing the song with me,
Nick Jonas.
yeah, Timbaland. Me and my boy Davey, we got to a point where like we wanted to have a big group vocal. So
Yeah.
we're like, who should we call up to just come over and fucking sing? We would call up like y'all and we'd sing like
Yeah.
20 takes and we'd stack it and make it sound like a big crowd. And it was his idea. He was like, well, why don't you make a video where your fans can submit themselves singing the chorus, and that way, first of all, that we'll get what we need. We'll
Yeah,
get
real
big ass
voices,
crowd,
yeah.
real voices of different people
Right.
singing, so it sounds like an audience, and they get to be on the album. Like to some people, that's super dope. So
Yeah.
this morning I put out a video. If you go to my YouTube, youtube.com/wax, it would be the most recent video I put out where like you can download like what the chorus sounds like. And if you record yourself singing over top of it and email it to the address there, beatsforwax@gmail.com, you'll be on the song.
So if you
The song is
yeah,
the song is fire.
It's
too.
cool.
The song is fire.
So if
That's
you've
hella
ever wanted to be on a record singing vocals with myself and with Lloyd and with Wax, I know we're gonna send our vocals in to be on the record. So we'll all be on that record together. It'll be like We Are the World. You know what I mean? It's gonna
Yeah.
change shit. It's gonna be it's gonna change music. And Timbaland will call.
yeah.
So go to youtube.com/wax.
It's called We Are Culver City.
Guys, let's give a big round of applause for our special guest today on our inaugural Patreon podcast. This is Wax.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is the first. This is the
First time.
What?
Yeah,
First one.
it's the first time.
Everybody here is on Patreon.
Yep.
Good for y'all, man. That's fucking awesome that you guys would do that. That's probably why there's not a lot of negativity in here.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
good
These
people.
are good,
Yeah,
good,
they're good people.
folks. You know?
YouTube.com/wax. When does the single come out?
I'm shooting for May 10th.
Okay, great.
I want to have a video for it when I come. I don't want to just put out the audio.
Right.
I was hoping to have a video at the same time. Hopefully, I fucking get that shit shot in time. But the songs are almost all finished. You know what I mean? So
YouTube.com/wax. Check it out. Thanks for being here, homie.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for having me.
Thanks, dude.
Yes.
Pleasure. We are gonna sign off here.
Are we?
Are we?
I don't know. I was gonna get a big
Good seeing.
Oh, well, we'll stay on
Good
for a little
seeing
bit
you
longer.
too. Dragon's Blood 23.
Okay, cool. What if we scrapped? We'll stay on for a little bit, I guess. It's kind of fun, right? I know it's
It's funny
still
that
rolling,
I
by
know,
the way.
It's funny that you're acting like that. There was a cut.
I know. I've been doing these live streams with Ray for like 50 weeks now, and I just don't. I mean, I obviously I care, but like I'm like, yeah, man,
Right.
this is how it is. Like
Right.
it's gonna be just chilled out. So
Josh
Uh,
says they're asking a question about things we have. Sorry, Josh says you're asking a question.
Thanks,
Oh,
Wax.
wait, Wax, before you leave, favorite lines from the new battle?
Favorite lines from the new battle. I think a slept on line is the line about the can't tell the difference between your
action figure.
action figure and stunt double. I think that's a slept on line. I think a line that I slept on was the line about how Jason can't talk but he rocks the mic
That-
better.
a
Because
Tool
the
sold
fucking
that.
Visual
A Tool
gag,
sold- Dude,
the visual gag made that line like
People
way harder.
don't
you know?
people don't realize a Tool is the most cross your T's and dot your I's dude ever. And
Right.
at production, he's the best. He's also fucking hilarious. He's a
right.
comedian at
Oh,
the
I love
comedy.
him,
He's
yeah.
amazing. So him just being like this.
Yeah, I didn't know that was him. I
Yeah.
wasn't there for that.
I
but
love that he had a watch on
What was
still.
the other line? What was the other line? It was a Wolverine line.
R. Kelly?
Yeah, that's
That's nasty.
I remember when we
That's a
thought of that
knife
one.
Yeah,
It was in here. When it was in here, it was in this
nasty.
room that we thought
Yeah.
of that one. And we're for a little behind the scenes was we talked about that R. Kelly line for a while.
Yeah.
Because we were like,
Can we
we're
say
like
that?
Midwest.
Yeah,
Midwest.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
remember we were like because
Yeah.
we were like we were saying you're from. We were saying blah 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 from you're a pedophile from Illinois. At
Yeah.
least R. Kelly could sing. And then we figured out wait, it's not Freddie's
Freddie.
not from
Freddie's not
Illinois. He's from
Ohio.
Indiana.
Yeah.
And then Lloyd was like, well, we'll just say the Midwest. And Pete was
Yeah.
like, Midwest, I don't know. It's kind of general. It's kind of general, you know?
Oh man.
But after a while, it ended up being the joint. you know?
yeah. That was dope.
Fucking, and it was like, it didn't go out of style. People still talk about R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Everywhere
Because we had a Michael
every
Jackson
social
line.
event I go to, there's some talk about Michael Jackson and or R. Kelly.
There was
you know?
originally a Michael Jackson joke in the
Yeah, it was like a fedora and a glove or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And,
I
and
think
that got
You can't do Mike and R.
that's
Kelly.
what that
It's
was
a
like. That was
lotta-
just too much creepo.
That's a lot of touchy
Yeah.
touch.
Wax, ladies
So,
and gentlemen. Then we're gonna
yeah.
say goodbye to you guys. We're gonna
Yeah.
get intimate. We're gonna get closer to the camera. We're gonna say our goodbyes.
Thanks, man. Yeah, right. Dunkin' Donuts coffee, dude. That's the truth.
All right, let's move in here.
We're going in.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming in.
Guys,
Gosh, now I'm in.
we're coming in.
Here I am.
All right. Are we close?
Should
Can
we
you
shut
see
the
us?
door? Should we shut the door?
Yeah, shut the door. Josh, can you still see us? Okay. So moving in. Look, we've learned some stuff today.
Oh shit! I just moved the camera. Sorry, everybody. Can you still see us?
Can you still see us? We've learned. I saw a lot of things talking about the Red Baron. Apparently, people are excited about that as an idea.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
if that was just me. I've learned that people want more Discord comments when we're
Yeah.
doing the chat.
Yep. We're still learning this, guys, and thanks for hanging with us. This is all new to us. We were Pete spent like 2 hours a day trying to set up this audio, and
I was pulling out my hairs.
so but thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for being patient. You always are.
Oh, they want us to get even closer. Okay,
Even-
let's guys,
Put us-
let's bring it
wait,
in.
Hey,
Let's bring
I
it
am
in.
not a monkey to
It's the
be
end of the show.
trained.
We're not a monkey, but we are here with you, and we're here for you. So we're gonna go back to what we're doing, which is making the epic rap battles. And I can't say enough how much this Patreon and you joining it and being here has really opened like a lot of windows for us to fly our creative souls through.
Yeah.
Because we're birds and we don't like to be caged.
It's empowering and empowering. I said it twice in a row because
It's double empowering.
It just feels like we would rather go to work for you
Yeah.
than for like Frito-Lay or something like that. Because there's been those opportunities where like they're like, yeah, why don't you make it, Planters Peanut versus the Cheetos guy?
That's
we'll
a
give
real
you some
thing.
money.
They wanted us to do Planters Peanut, and we said we'll do George Washington Carver, and we'll put a peanut in there for you. And they're like, no, that's no good. So it is an honor to be making these with your support. And what I wanted to say was that we're listening to your feedback. There's a thing on the Discord where you can give us feedback about even this live stream. We're going to be doing this at least once a month, potentially more.
Yeah.
Because it's a good place for us to learn about what you think. And if you want to give us input about how we can make the live stream better, we're listening.
For sure.
The only thing I don't want any feedback on is this hat because I think it's perfect, even though I know it's for women.
Well, cool. You guys, we're signing off. Thank you very much. We will see you next month. We will see you on May 4th for the next battle. And be good. You got to put the hood back over it, and then we'll let it.
Oh, sure. Well, you know what might be interesting? What if we just stop? We're not streaming anymore. We're just gonna get back to work. That's a dumb idea.
Yeah.
That's a dumb idea. We're gonna sign off. That's a much better idea. See you, everybody.
There you go.
I was gonna do a little candle thing. Yeah. Everyone says goodbye to each other. We know love and life is the same. I don't. Can you end the chat over there?
Okay, great.
And the flames of friendship are burning on as we. Oh wait, hold on. These are the flames of friendship and triumph. Everyone. Okay, you can end it.